Shalom. Let's start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and Elder Great Millstone, salutations to the Philet, this pushing is truth. Our cause for comes of the earth and all faith, truth, and sincerity. This I'm one abide back again, not sitting. Just want to go into about, our Lord Yahushua. He is still, having his mercy and grace, his grace period, that we have, he stick out his hand, still stretched out, still, still want to have mercy on you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites. By way of the apostles and elders and brother Great Millstone that teach the word. That go on the highways, byways, or on the internet, getting you understand of this truth, and for you, and to warn you, and warn you so-called Negro, Latino, Natives, which are Israelites, to come back to the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the word, Lord Yahweh, about Yahushua, before it's too late, before, the Most High Yahweh, about Yahushua, brings his wrath and judgment down upon America, Babylon the Great, before before he takes the word away, which I by way of the prophet, by way of the men of Lord of Great Millstone, that teach the understanding of the words Lord Yahweh. No other camp is really giving you the full understanding of the word of the Lord, the Bible. And they don't have the spirit of Lord Yahweh on upon them. They teaching other, false doctrine or some other, nonsense, right? They ain't got nothing to do with the word. They just all over the place, right? But the men of the Lord, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, they be on the highways, byways, on the internet, or push the word on the internet, are giving you so-called Negro, Latino, Israelites, hey, the understanding of this word, warning you, tell you about the impending doom that's coming to America, Babylon the Great, that the Lord, Yahweh Yahushua, is going to bring upon America, Babylon the Great. Get, better, turn from your, the wickedness of this world. Turn from, get out of the mind frame of this world, come out the ways of this world, repent from your wicked ways, if not, the Lord Yahweh is going to bring it, he's just going to bring that judgment down upon you Israelites, that, didn't take heed to the warning of the apostles and the elders, brother Great Millstone. But I'm going to start off with Isaiah 5:25. Therefore is the anger of the Lord Yahweh kindled against his people, and he hath stretched it forth his hand against them, and have smitten them, and the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. The Most High Yahweh, Yahweh Yahushua, he angry at you, so-called Negro, Latino, Natives, for what y'all do, y'all do wicked acts that y'all take part of, or like say y'all into worshiping other idols, that the Most High Yahweh Yahushua hates, and that's why, things happen to so-called Negro, Latino Natives, judgment come about, you see, Jake getting gun, Negro, Negroes, or tribe of Judites, which are Negroes, which are the tribe, which are the Judites, get gunned down in the street, you know what I'm saying? Or, I say, you got, Northern Kingdom, Israelites, natives, they getting captured by ICE and thrown in detention camps. You can have some and some southern kingdoms too. They're getting caught and put in those detention camps as well. In this times right now that we're in, that's happening. But it's gonna get way worse. You know, it's gonna get worse because Lord Yahweh Shai, he, it's only so much, time left. Like I say, in this grace period that he's he got his hand stretched out still. But you Negro Latino Israelites that don't want to take heed to the apostles and the elders of brother and the brother of great millstone, the men of the Lord that had His truth. Y'all don't want to repent and believe in His truth and turn from the ways of the world, turn from the wicked ways. You're gonna be destroyed. And I say it's prophecy that 2/3 of Israelites, so-called Negro Latino, is gonna be destroyed, man. In these times, man. They're not gonna turn back. They're not gonna turn from their wicked ways. They just, you know, um, they there's no convincing them to get out the ways of this world. The apostles and the elders of Brother Graham Millstone could tell so-called Negro Latino Israelites time and time again to come out the ways of the world, repent, come to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, Lord Yahweh Shai, But, they're going to do what they want to do. 2/3, their mind frame is, they want to, be of this world. They want to please their flesh instead of their spirit. They don't want to let go of the things of this world, which like I say, the things of this world that's ran by the so-called white man, Esau to my doubles, is more pleasing to the flesh than the spirit. That's why when you come to the wisdom, knowledge, Lord Yahweh Shai, you turn from the ways, mind frame, and ways of the world. You come to, kill off the old man and old ways. You killing off the things that please the flesh, and you come into the wisdom, knowledge, Lord Yahweh Shai. You come to, please, to please the spirit. To build your spirit, to make the spirit strong and kill the flesh. The fleshly mind was set. Not to be carnal, but to be spiritual. But so-called Negro Latino Native Israelites don't want to do that. No, they want to, like I say, they want to be in the ways of the world, want to please their flesh, fleshly, mind, and have, they want to have the things of this world that please, like I said, that please the flesh, but all they're going to lead to is nothing but death and destruction, because like I said, Lord Yahweh Shai, he hates, the wickedness and the sin that's here in America, Babylon the Great, especially so-called white people, Edomite devils that's run this, that's in power, he ready to get rid of them wicked Edomite devils, because what the wickedness they do, that it's being exposed now, but it's like like I say, it's things that you don't see or hear about, the news or whatever, don't put out there, because if you was to see it here, you'll be like, man, this is it'll be like it'll blow your mind, how wicked the Edomite devils could get. That's why Lord Yahweh Shai got to take them down. But our people rather, keep this devil, so-called Negro Latino natives would rather be side by side by these wicked devil Edomites, and they'd rather, they rather try to keep America going, please their flesh, and they don't want America to be destroyed, But the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to destroy the Lord Yahweh Shai. When he turns, he's going to destroy this place, And you Negro Latino Native Israelites that don't want to, turn from the mind, turn from the ways of the world, going to be destroyed, But go from there to Zechariah 7:11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped at their ears that they should not hear. So like I say, the Most High Yahweh Shai still got his hand stretched out still. He got the apostles and the elders of and Brother Graham Millstone. I know highways and Bibles on the internet teaching this truth. And, like I said, warning you and telling you, hey, better get right with Lord Yahweh Shai. Come to this truth, come to wisdom, knowledge, understanding, repent, believe, or you're going to be destroyed. And people just don't, like I say, 2/3 Israelites just, saying, they just like, I don't want that, And like I say, it's for your benefit. It's for the Lord Yahweh Shai to deliver you. Yahweh Shai to deliver you in these times. Before He brings his great wrath of judgment down upon the place of America, Babylon Great. For the wicked Edomite devils come full fledged. Going crazy. For the hatred towards you, Negro, Latino, Israelites. For that hatred really starts to boil over, because Edomite devils hate Edomite so-called white people, red people, Edomites. They hate you so-called white people. I mean, they hate you so-called Negro, Latino, which are the Israelites. They hate y'all, man. And y'all gonna find out. Because like I said, once Lord Yahweh Shai take his word away, hey, it's full, hey, it's go. It's all go. It's all green light go. For the Edomite doubles, man. They're gonna come down on you Negro, Latino, Israelites, man. By way of the martial law troops, ICE, whatever, what I'm saying? They're gonna come down harder than what they is, what's going on now. What happened in Minnesota, what happened in Minnesota, and so forth. It's gonna be way worse, all right? And like I say, you had YouTube, it went down for, a minute, whatever, a while, whatever, but, it's gonna come a day where it's gonna be completely gone. You might not even be able to get back on YouTube or any social media platform. It might be taken away completely. Because that's the Lord Yahweh Shai doing. Lord Yahweh Shai taking away. We at the end of this so-called white man East Sunday word. It's coming to an end, man. But those that, hey, you don't believe, you're like, man, I don't want to hear that nonsense y'all talking about. Y'all comment the apostles, the Ellsberger, Brother Grant on the comment boards or on the houses and byways. You don't want to, believe, and you're gonna stay in the ways of the world. You're gonna be destroyed. But go from there. 2 Chronicles 36:16. But they mocked at the messengers of the Most High, and despised his words, and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord Yahweh arose against his people, till there was no remedy. So yeah, that's why I say so-called law. These these celebrities or whoever recently, not too long ago. I don't say recently, but not too long ago. I say last year. I say 2025, right? You had Drewski and and so forth. Those guys that make fun of the prophets and then Lord, about the Israelite thing or whoever, right? That mock the apostles and Ellsberger and Millstone, or falsely accuse the men of the Lord for whatever, right? But like I said, despise the word, then take the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the Lord Yahweh Shai seriously. Like I say, they chose to be sellouts to the so-called white man East Edomite doubles, which they think they winning by doing that, but they really losing. They're gonna lose in the end, when it's all said and done, they really losing. They're gonna be destroyed. And I said Most High Yahweh Shai gonna, Yahweh Shai returns. They're gonna come with the chariot, so-called UFOs, laser beams, and then ultimately the laser beams, zapping people, destroying people, and then ultimately the thermonuclear missiles. They're gonna be shot towards America. Babylon the Great gonna destroy everything. Here in America, Babylon the Great. And there's no, there's no remedy. There's no remedy or anything that could, get these 2/3 Israelites, mind to come out the ways of this world. This word supposed to be the words Lord Yahweh Shai that the apostles and Elzenberg, Brother Great Millstone push, supposed to be a healing, to you Israelites, in your spirit, get out the minds of what the things of this world, because it's gonna destroy you. It's no good. The food here no good. The water, the air, the devil's messing it up. My devil's messing it up. The illusion of this place, America, Babylon the Great, is not good. But that's being brought down. The illusion of America, Babylon the Great being is really this great place to be and this and that, is really, is being broken down, of, that this place is nothing but lies and deception, man. It's all smoke and mirrors. It ain't what you think it is. You think that, hey, this place is, is to have a soft land, or American dream, or whatever, the American dream, that shit dead, aspirations of being something, man, this shit over with. That shit over with, man. That's done. We at the end of it. So trying to be something in this world, man, right now, hey, man, this shit over with, man. It's all about me, myself, first and foremost, keep the faith and loyalty about some shot to the end, man, or to death. Because there's nothing here to really, to hold on to or even go back in the world to. Anything that the things of this world, whether it be a woman or whatever, right? Or a career, whatever it may be, that, hey, if it's a hindrance or it's something that, is slowing you down to not teach the word, then let it go. Let it go. Hey, the Lord he'll bless you more in the kingdom, man. It'll be more in the kingdom, man. It'll be more women, more. You don't have to worry about no job or career or whatever in the kingdom, man. You have everything at your, what you want, what you desire, more than your heart's desire. If you, me, myself, first, I'm like, you keep the faith and loyalty about your shot, you keep believing, you keep the word, you keep the faith, man, no matter what. Trials and tribulations might come upon you, or, what you got to deal with, because, hey, man, this place ain't forever, man. Like I say, nothing here is good, Everything, like I say, is an illusion, man. The food, drinking this water, breathing in this air that ain't full, ain't clean air, Let me see what else. Like I say, man, these women, they ain't right. This makeup they got on, the illusion of the makeup too. The makeup is, you if you see like some tutorials what they do with makeup, even some like they got the makeup so down pat to where you would think that's a real woman, but that's a nigga under the goddamn excuse me, that's a man under that damn shit makeup, man. Like how they do it is crazy, right? Like, man, like they pull the whole thing out. That's a nigga. That's a man. That's why I say the illusion of America, man. This place gotta go, man. This place push a lot of trans and homo, I hate to, I don't say, they push a lot of that, trans homo thing, that Lawyer Bashar hates, but that's why this place gotta be destroyed, man. And I say this place ain't what you think it is. No, it's bullshit, man. It's nasty, disgusting, it's like, man, there's nothing else really than, there's nothing to really, hold on to or go back in the world for, to turn away from this truth world Lord Yahweh Shah. It's all about, I say, keep believing in Lord Yahweh Shah. Me, myself, first foremost, keep the faith and keep believing, keep pushing, man. But like I say, most of our people, like two-thirds Israelites, not gonna, they're not gonna take heed. They're gonna do what they want to do until, hey, this place just completely just go all the way under, and it's coming. It's not too far off. A lot of things can happen in 26, man, that could lead up to this place, crumbling faster and faster, But I didn't want to make this too long, so I hope this was edifying. So again, I'd like to give our praise and glory to Yahweh, about Yahweh Shai, about Hashem Kakadash, to the apostles, elders, to the sisters and brothers, to the few Akwaf sisters that do listen, keep the faith, and Yahweh Shai, keep fighting with that. I say shalom.